Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. I want to give a double honors to the elders and the apostles who rule well, and the salutations to the Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Yasharallah, coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I'll be coming out with a small little lesson. I'm going to just call the title of it Non-Listeners. Let's get to it. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. Who is they? 2/3 of Israel is they. And 2/3 they do not endure sound doctrine. But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. 2/3 like to listen to Pastor Porkchop. They heap to themselves Pastor Porkchop, because Pastor Porkchop tell you it's all right and it's cool to eat pork, and if you pray over it, it's blessed, and you can celebrate these pagan holidays, which are clearly evil, because 2/3 of our people have itching ears. They like to hear things that are sweet to them. They don't like to hear the truth. See, the truth is a hard pill to swallow. See, sound doctrine, you can't just guzzle that down. You got to eat that a little. You got to eat sound doctrine and truth a little bit at a time. You can't just something sweet, you can just guzzle it down real quick. Anyways, verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. 2/3 of our people have turned away their ears from the truth. They have turned away from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah and hearing the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, and hearing the prophets that the Most High has set up to speak this truth and to teach this truth. They have turned their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. They are turned unto fables. They like to hear lies. They like to hear Pastor Porkchop say things like, "Oh, it's cool to break the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High because the laws is done away with and we under grace." We are under grace. That is one thing that is true. But breaking the law, statutes, and commandments and the laws being done away with is a total fable. That is a lie. You know what? I'm going to go to 2 Peter chapter 2. But there are false prophets among the people. Those are those teachers heaped amongst that 2/3 of Israel have heaped to themselves. Even as there shall be false teachers among you. We got false teachers now, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies. That's that itching ears thing that Israel like. 2/3 of Israel like. Damnable heresies, foolish things, crazy, off the wall, left field things. Damnable, like heresies, like stuff that is blatantly against the Most High and against what he say in his law, statutes, commandments. Even denying the Lord that bought them. See, they even deny the Lord himself. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. They deny the Father. They deny the Son. And bring upon themselves swift destruction. Because of this, they're going to bring upon themselves swift destruction. For not being a listener, for not following the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, for having itching ears and being turned unto fables. Verse 2, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. That's that thing with itching ears again. They will follow their own pernicious way. They will follow their own ways, their own lustful, their own damnable ways. For by reason the truth shall be evil spoken of. 2/3 of Israel like to hear Pastor Porkchop say, those black Hebrew Israelites, they don't know nothing. Come on, man. Pastor Porkchop, you don't know sugar, honey, iced tea. You got these stuff. Because if you did, you would be telling the people to turn back to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, and not talk about Jesus and all that other foolishness. Anyway, let's keep going. Verse 3, and through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So that tell you right there, covetousness. They want stuff out of greedy gain, man. With feigned words, fake words, false words, And they make merchandise out of the people. 2/3 of Israel like for Pastor Porchop to make merchandise out of them. But then 2/3 of Israel also has itching ears, and they've heaped unto themselves teachers. And they've turned away from the truth, and they are turned unto fables. So I mean, 2/3 of Israel are non-listeners. And to prove that, our people still don't listen and they done turned away from the truth, let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 4. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly. The Spirit speaketh expressly. The Spirit speak urgently, that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. 2/3 of our people, Israel, departed from the faith. Some of the brothers in GMS have departed from the faith. And some of those brothers do videos and they have given heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. What's a doctrine of the devil? Christianity, the flat earth doctrine, Babylon is the Vatican. Just to name a couple. They have given seducing spirits. Them seducing spirits done lied to them, and they think that the Most High is speaking to them, but this is how 2/3 of Israel get down. They give heed unto seducing spirits, doctrines of devils. They have itching ears. They turn away from the truth. False prophets bring in damnable heresies. And these 2/3 like to hear these damnable heresies, like to have these itching ears. They like to turn unto fables, which are lies, which are stories. They give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Verse 2, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. So, 2/3 like to hear them lies. And Pastor Porchop, he is one of those ones who speak lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared. When you sear something, like you burn it. That's what searing means. You burn it. And once you burn it and it get hard, it get hard. When you burn something, at first it be burnt, but eventually, once it cool off or whatever it is, it hurt and it hardens up. It develops a scab. So with that being said, Pastor Porchop and these 2/3 of Israel, you can't tell them nothing. You can't teach them nothing, because they've been seared in their heart. So can't nothing get in. And just another chapter I'm gonna go to is Second Timothy chapter 3. Just to prove that Israel, 2/3 of our people, don't heed doctrine. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Perilous times have come, and it's more perilous times to come. It's cranking up. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. 2/3 of Israel are lovers of their own selves. They believe what they want to believe. They love themselves. They don't love the Most High. But let's keep going. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous. That's wanting something you can't have. Boasters, talking big, proud. You just think ain't nothing gonna come to you. Blasphemous, they speak against the truth. They hate the truth. Disobedient to parents. Not only are they disobedient to their biological parents, they'll also be disobedient to their spiritual parents, the ones that's trying to show them the right way to go. And they're unthankful and unholy. 2/3 of our people are unthankful. The Most High could bless them with something, and they'll give the credit to some other deity. They're unthankful. They get something and still not satisfied, and they unholy. They being unclean. They not being righteous. Verse 3, without natural affection. 2/3 of Israel follow the law, statutes, commandments of the heathen. They follow those laws, statutes, commandments of Esau. Esau is without natural affection. 2/3 of our people are without natural affection. Truce breakers. They don't keep their word. False accusers. Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Esau is all these things as well. 2/3 of our people are also all these things. 2/3 of our people go after their own lusts. And they despise things that are good. They despise people who speak the truth and who let them know the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, and how to walk. Any brother that's in the fold of GMS have seen and see this with their own two eyes when they go out in the highways and the byways to bid our people to turn back. Esau, he hated. 2/3 of our people, they hated. Because their lusts are the lusts of Esau. They follow what Esau do. And they follow the lust of their own heart, which their own heart is patterned after Esau. Verse 4. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. 2/3 of our people are lovers of pleasure rather than the Most High. They are traitors. They betrayed the Most High. They turned against the Most High. And they are heady and they are high-minded. They really think ain't nothing going to come to them for what they have done. For, again, having itching ears, for going after their own lusts. Keeping teachers unto themselves and having itching ears. Turning away from the truth, turning unto fables. You know, listening to Pastor Porkchop, bring in damnable heresies, denying the Lord, you know, and bringing forth to themselves swift destruction. Swift destruction. The Most High said swift for a reason. Quick, fast. They just think it ain't gonna come because it ain't happened yet. As Esau, he think ain't nothing gonna happen to him because it ain't happened yet. But that's not true. Anyways, you know, this is another cut on Pastor Porkchop and these Jesus juice suckers. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. You know, 2/3 of our people ain't hearing none of this though. That's why the topic of this lesson is called non-listeners. The main thing was, in the last days, people will not endure sound doctrine. We in the last days. As a matter of fact, according to the scriptures, when John the Baptist, when he was here on this earth, he was saying we are in the last days. They didn't endure sound doctrine when John the Baptist was here. They called John the Baptist a devil. He didn't come eating or drinking. Yahushua came eating and drinking, and they still called Yahushua a devil. So back then, they weren't listening to sound doctrine, just like they not listening to sound doctrine right now. And the Most High is going to bring swift destruction on them for that. Again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. I want to give a double honors to the elders and the apostles who rule well yet again. And with that, Shalom.